Good morning and thank you for being here at Good Morning Aurora. Today is Tuesday, April 23rd, 2024. My name is Mireya Bañuelos. I'm your local realtor here in the second biggest city in the whole state of Illinois, the city of Aurora. Behind me, you can see the weather that we are expecting for the week, you guys. This is going to be a very interesting week. We're going to have a little bit of everything. As you can tell, for today, we expect a temperature of 55 to 68 degrees. We expect storms. The precipitation for storms and rain is 50 to 80%. So chances are it's going to happen. During the night, the temperature is 33 to 38 degrees. It's going to be a little breezy, so look out for that. In the morning tomorrow, the temperature would be 43 to 55 degrees. You will see the sun. You will see a little bit of clouds throughout, so be sure to enjoy it because tomorrow night it's going to get a little chilly. 30 degrees to 36 degrees. We expect a little bit of frost in certain areas, so watch out for that as well. And on Thursday, 55 degrees to 63 degrees. A little bit of clouds here and there, but the sun will still be there, saying hello to all of us. Now, during the night on Thursday, we expect a little bit of rain, 20% precipitation for rain, and the temperature 42 to 47. Yes, you heard that right. On Friday, the temperature would be 61 to 68 degrees. We again expect a little bit of rain, a little bit of storms throughout the day. During the night, again, a little bit of rain and storms, 55 to 62 degrees. But on Saturday, we expect a little bit of rain and storms throughout the whole day. But during the day, 74 to 78 degrees. It's going to be a beautiful day, you guys. We have to enjoy it. And during the evening, 58 to 65 degrees. So please don't go anywhere because we have a lot of news, a lot of content for you. So don't you move from that chair.
Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. The time is 9:07 a.m. and you are listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. Mireya Bañuelos, your local realtor, and hashtag Homes with Mireya, delivered the weather this morning, and I don't know if you heard correctly, but 78 degrees, 74 to 78 degrees is coming your way very soon. And as I've told you before, and I want you to understand, if you are cooking out of cheddar, call a brother. I will come to your house. Time is 9:07. All right. Well, first things first, no tie. Once again, I know what you guys are saying. Curtis, I haven't seen you with a tie on with the, with your Douginess on in a while. I know. We got a busy day. If you live on the west side of Aurora, you may have seen a young brother knocking on doors and getting to know people and letting them know about many community initiatives happening, particularly in the Greenman neighborhood on the west side. The CIM, the Community Impact Measurement, is taking place, and the Neighbor Project is out there trying to meet the people, trying to get you to come out to some great events to definitely spur resident engagement. So remember those two words, resident engagement. It's happening right now. Good morning to Daniel Calderon, and good morning to Juan Cayetano. So many of you great people out there. Javier Burgos, our dear friend of Java Plus. Shout out to Java Plus, 1677 Montgomery Road. Well, how you guys doing? How do you feel? Let's take a little bit easy. How do you feel? You feeling all right? I hope you are. Let me know how you're feeling in the chat with an emoji. If you feel up and at 'em and bright and ready to go, put the cheetah. If you feel a little bit, a little slow, still in bed, kind of, you're doing a good job watching Good Morning Aurora. But put the turtle or something like that so we can check in with you and see how you guys feel. Now, before I get into the news, I want to remind you guys that Good Morning Aurora and Buenos Dias Aurora are now 5 days a week live on the show. You'll notice that each show is now a half hour. So what we do Monday through Friday is Good Morning Aurora is on from 9 to 9:30 and Buenos Dias Aurora from 9:30 until 10. A little bit of a minute change in there, like the 9:27 or 28 mark is where we make our transition, allow you guys to see the commercial and information, and then the next program starts. So please be aware of that and get ready to see Francisco Abarca of Primerica on Buenos Dias Aurora today starting at 9:30. But for the first piece of news, Alex, I like how it fades in, right? Don't you wish you could fade sometimes out of life? Like bad conversations? Like, yeah, girl, I heard what? Like Homer Simpson. Okay. So on the screen right there are the upcoming Financial Empowerment Center workshops. Now, the workshops are both in English and Spanish, and there's 2 sessions, 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. Those sessions are there to provide for folks to come in the morning time. And if you're a parent who works, when you get off work, you can come and take part in a session. All the sessions are free. The next one is going to be May 14th, and it's going to be a guide to the home buying process. It will take place at 712 South River Street, the Aurora Financial Empowerment Center, which is also our satellite location, one of them. And it's going to be absolutely awesome. My dear team and friends over there will be delighted to help you and your family achieve your financial goals. The next one after May 14th is going to be June 11th, Understanding the Significance of Credit. Once again, the morning sessions at 10 a.m., doors open at 9:30, 6 p.m. is the evening session, and doors open at 5:30 p.m. This is brought to us by the Neighbor Project, the City of Aurora, and the Aurora Financial Empowerment Center. Okay. Oh, I need this one. Now, here's what's going to be cool, and I think this is the date it's supposed to be like 70-something. April 26th, coming up real soon, 8:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. is going to be the Aurora FEC's open house. Yes. Curtis, what does that mean? Is there going to be food? There's going to be like some light snacks. So come in, mingle, and chill. You have to register for this. The registration link is in this flyer here, which we've shared. It's been shared a million times. Complimentary coffee and snacks. Together, we will discuss the strengths of partnership, explore avenues to empower individuals while fortifying communities, and learn how we can pave the way for a brighter financial future for all. Integration opportunities also exist for coordinated case management and referral partners and co-location. Now, this is going to be, once again, 712 South River Street here in Aurora, the Aurora FEC, 8:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Come be a part of our engaging and interactive open house as we commemorate Financial Literacy Month. Now, there's something very key, and I want you guys to pay attention to this. So if you notice on this flyer, you see where it says open house? And then you see right here where it says financial counseling and collaboration. Well, right under that, you see that ovular box? What's it say? empowering our community by strengthening outcomes. What does that mean? The outcome is what happens when it's all over. What happened to the client? Were they able to successfully achieve their goals, or do they still need to come? Outcomes. Get that word in your head. Outcomes. You've heard me say many times, what happens to the people who don't make it? Something to think about. Time is 9:13 a.m. Tracy Duran is here. Good morning to you, Tracy Duran. Awesome person here. Tracy Duran is Aurora's historian, and she does a whole lot with her site, Discovering Aurora. Next up, we have the Closing the Gap grant. Now, here's what's cool about the Closing the Gap grant. As soon as I find it, I will tell you about it. Aha. So, empowerment through ownership. This is presented by the Neighbor Project and also the Community Foundation of the Fox River Valley. The grant aims to promote minority home ownership by elevating the Black home ownership rate. It addresses the Black-white home ownership gap and barriers faced by Black families. By leveraging current incentives and HUD-approved services, this grant empowers eligible home buyers with education, financial support, and access to lending products, bridging the gap to generational wealth through home ownership. Now, you can sponsor the grant using the QR code on the right-hand side, and also visit our website, neighborproject.us, to learn more about this grant. Create financial stability for working families, provide a path to home ownership, and build generational wealth. That is just some of the mission of the Neighbor Project. All right. We'll come back to the news. We'll come back to it in just a second. So I got a couple things I want to let y'all know about. So my dear friend, now you see, I'm going to do it to you. Now, why would you be calling a brother at 9:14, right? You know, don't we all have a friend like that? You text them on Tuesday, and then here they come Friday. Hey, man, I missed you. I know. I missed you too. And you missed everything I was going to tell you about. But I want you guys to know something. Our friend Nancy Castro, she is the creator of Fancy Nancy Boards. The Hollow Traveler and herself have a grand opening party coming up on Friday the 26th. This is going to be at 109 East Wilson Street in Batavia on the second floor. This is hot off the presses. That's why it's not on the screen for you guys to see. Now, it's going to be at 4 p.m. Fancy Nancy does a whole lot of great things in regards to giving back to the community, supporting the community, but also being the type of business that can cater exquisite, top-notch charcuterie to your guests and create a delightful atmosphere. So I encourage you to follow Fancy Nancy Boards on Facebook and Instagram, and come check out this event, this grand opening. Once again, it's going to be Friday the 26th, 109 East Wilson Street in Batavia, and on the second floor. Now, Wilson Street is also where Wilson Street Tap is, and that great establishment is owned by our friends of Tavern on Broadway. So get ready for that. And also, don't want you guys to forget, good morning, my wonderful friends. Good morning, Tracy. I don't want you guys to forget that this year, our 4-year anniversary party is coming up. It's going to be sick in a good way. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be at McCarty Mills. It's going to be 2 days this time. So on the 17th, on that night, Daniel Calderon, you should come out there. On the 17th, we'll be kicking it. DJ Venom will be providing the music, kicking it, spinning all night. We'll be having some delightful craft beers and enjoying whatever pop-up is there at McCarty Mills. And we'll be having a good time fellowshipping, chilling, and all that. The next day, though, we're going to have a fly brunch. It might be a little charcuterie. Who knows? It could be smoked salmon topped with capers and a rosemary demi-glaze. Could be. So I encourage you guys to come out to that because it'll be a whole lot of fun. McCarty Mills is a great establishment. Alvin Soto and Dora Soto get the shout out, and shout out to the whole family for supporting us from the very beginning of Good Morning Aurora. All right, back to the news, back to the Back to the news. Richard A. Kellogg Jr. is here. Good morning to you, Richard A. Kellogg Jr. Glad to see you. Tracy Duran says, I haven't had a chance to try out Fancy Nancy boards, but I hear so many great things, and the presentations are so beautiful. Gonna make sure I'm going to both. Awesome. All right. Up on the screen is the blood drive. This blood drive is presented by the World Mission Society Church of God, saving lives with love. It's going to be Sunday, May 5th. It's going to be at 2920 79th Street in Naperville. There is a QR code on the bottom left-hand side of this flyer for you guys to scan and register for this. Please do. Don't just show up. Right? Don't use the clout the wrong way. Yeah, Good Morning Aurora said I could just... You got to do it right. You got to do it right. Worldwide blood drive to give life through the love of the Passover. So it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Once again, it's going to be in Naperville, World Mission Society Church of God. And this team is going to be coming on Good Morning, Buenos, right, Connor? It's Buenos Dias Aurora. They're coming on, right? They're coming on Buenos Dias Aurora very soon to tell us all about the mission of the World Mission Society Church of God and how they help save lives. All right. Before we go any further, though, how you guys feeling? Are you guys, here's the thing. I see a lot of you guys in public. I see y'all all the time. I saw some of you at Craft Urban yesterday. See you guys. We have a good time. And I know that you guys feel the news. I know you love the news. But I want to encourage you to do something. I want to encourage you. If you are out there, if you're driving, you're in traffic, you see something, cop saving a cat from a tree, fire department buying some ice cream from the girl on the west side over there on, I think that's like Downer. Let us know about it. Let us know about it. With our great, fantastic, and growing team that we've got, we can cover just about any kind of news these days. Tonight, we will be at the Family Focus ribbon cutting. They've got a brand new facility. Good Morning Aurora will be there and be live talking to our dear friend Christina Campos and getting a small little tour of the place. So if you see something, say something like our friend Sheriff Ron Hain tells you to do, but also let us know and keep them emails and them texts coming. The time is 9:19. All right. So next piece of news. All right. So you guys have been seeing a whole lot of NAMI on our show recently. NAMI is an acronym which stands for the National Alliance of Mental Illness. When you add the KDK at the end, that's a whole nother organization. That stands for Kane, DeKalb, and Kendall counties. Now, story time with NAMI KDK, the Glasses of My Emotions. This event is coming up, and it's going to be at the Messenger Public Library of North Aurora, 113 Oak Street. Now, this story time is also going to have a craft activity portion with it as well. For more information, or if you'd like to host a story time in your organization, contact Luisa Cicero. She's the Spanish program coordinator and a dear friend of ours. 630-999-6130 is the number you need, 630-999-6130. Or you can email SpanishPrograms@nami.kdk.org. Now, The Glasses of My Emotions, this book and many other books are really part of a what's the word to use? It's not a trend. It's like a growing awareness that some of the stories that make and shape life and continue to do so are what young people are going through, what kids are going through. Doesn't it seem positive and empowering for young people to talk about their emotions and how they feel? Sometimes as senior citizens, we think we know everything. We have to remind ourselves. We have to let the young people lead. Let the young people tell us their stories, share with us, and then we should definitely help them out in doing that. All right, time is 9:21. That was Glasses of My Emotions. Thank you very much for that, you guys. Good Morning Aurora is turning into CBS, the Curtis broadcast, and say, "Aw, Tracy, thank you very much." I'm a CBS fan. I'm a CBS fan. Okay. Now, this is going to be very special, and I'm going to plant a small flag in the conversation. As I just told you guys about capturing news and news stories and all the things happening in the city, This is yet another one. We will be live on this day, May 2nd at 8 a.m. at the Prisco Center in Aurora. Now, all of you people, if you watch this show, I would encourage you to come on out to this event. But if you can't make it, I understand. But Darnell Gibson, Christina Campos, Will Whitfield, and Marty Luna are going to be honored at the Three Fires Council Aurora Everyday Heroes Breakfast this year. Join for an incredible event honoring local heroes in the community. Enjoy a complimentary meal and powerful testimonies while engaging with influential members of the community. All proceeds raised benefit local scouting with Three Fires Council BSA. That's the Boy Scouts of America. Now, bottom left right here, you can scan the QR code to reserve your spot. And let's go celebrate 100 years and 100 more. Now, there is a part 2 of this, right? Y'all got it. Okay, now here's the sponsorship levels as well on your screen and the adjoining QR code with which to do so. So you can be a Scout sponsor all the way up to a Platinum sponsor. Your help and support of the Three Fires Council of the Boy Scouts of America is greatly appreciated. It always is. Lynn Bogacki and Dan Barrero are dear friends of ours, and everything that they do and the rest of the team does with the Scouts is very important, and we like to see it. And I'll tell you this. I'll give you a little sneak preview. Should I give him a little preview? We give him a little preview. I'm going to give y'all a little. What if you see Good Morning Aurora with the Boy Scouts? Ooh! Wouldn't that be cool? All right. So that is the news right now. The time is 9:24 a.m. So, as we start to wrap things up, I'm going to take a couple of minutes here before we transition to Buenos Dias Aurora. I'm going to take a couple minutes here just to give a few shout outs because some things are happening very fast and very rapidly in a very positive fashion in our community rather. And I'd like to just send a couple of thank yous out there real quick. So the first thank you I want to give right now is to our dear friend, State Representative Barbara Hernandez, for all the great work that her office continues to do. Sabrina Aguirre, the whole team over there, they're always doing so many wonderful things, and they are definitely a boon to our community down here. If you have not visited their new office at 1 East Benton on the ground level, I encourage you to do so. If you have any questions about resources or information, you should definitely reach out to State Representative Barbara Hernandez. She's number one. Number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got to shout out Connor, who is doing a fantastic job of being an assistant director and being the man who's just doing it all. You know, if it wasn't for, people have always asked, how can we clone? You ever wanted to clone yourself because you're so busy? Well, Connor is as close to a clone as a brother could get, and I love him to death. Second, I want to say good morning and a shout out to Maria Banuelos, our local realtor, Homes with Maria, and the hostess on Tuesdays, Martes, on Buenos Dias Aurora. I want to give a shout out to Karina Suarez Darden, the hostess on Thursdays, Jueves for Buenos Dias Aurora. I want to give a shout out to Luz Elna Brambila Guerrero, who's our new hostess, still working out those days. And I want to give a shout out to Mariah Ortiz. There's so many people. And thank you very much for all of you fans, listeners, and subscribers and supporters. Josie Mendoza Geller, so many names, so many people. We appreciate and love you guys very much. And I will make you this promise as I get off this screen right now that Kyle Shimshak is here. Good morning to you, Kyle. Shout out the United States Army. That's a veteran. That's my homie right there. I'm going to tell you this. Good Morning Aurora is going to show you things that you never thought possible. I promise you that. I promise you. You or someone in your family will either send you a link or a post and they'll say, yo, did you see this? Did you see the thing? It's going to happen. And the reason why it's going to happen is because we believe in Aurora and we believe in you. So have a blessed, positive, motivating, uplifting, and carefree day, and we will see you back here tomorrow with more news, more weather, and the very best of Aurora. Bye now.
The Community Foundation was created by a group of people who got together and wanted to make a difference. 75 years later, the Community Foundation makes a huge impact on the lives of hundreds, if not thousands, of people in the community. All started with the small but promising beginnings of just a